Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa and this is OverAnalyzed, our glorious community coaching series. And today, we're going to take a look at a Reinhardt player. This is a 2,347 rated gold player. In the email, he says, "Hello, I'm an old school gamer. I'm 33 years of age." That's not old. I used to play CS 1.5. That is old. And I want to see if I'm any good on Reinhardt. Give me some help. Okay. Well, let's take a look at this. So, Reinhardt is in a really strong position right now in the meta because he's used in pretty much every team comp, unless you're going to run like Orisa cheese on the pirate ship, which I guess you could do on this map, or you're going for full dive comp, in which case Reinhardt, well, he can't dive. Now, you're already seeing a bit of a problem right away here, and that's positioning of your teammates. You cannot control your teammates, and this is a really frustrating problem for Reinhardt's who are like in lower divisions. It happens in every division. Like this happens in, pretty much throughout the ladder. But there will be times where people are horrifically out of position and you just can't do anything about this. Like, I mean, look at this here.
What the fuck are you doing, guys?
Oh no.
They're dying.
Oh no.
No, they don't even do that. They don't do anything.
We've got an angry May.
They just wait for the payload to come to the...
Calm down, mate.
Junkra left down at the mega.
Ah! Oh no. This could be quite a frustrating overanalyzed. Right. I think let's just pause this here and have a discussion because there's a problem here and this happens a lot. So main tanks, Reinhardt, Orisa, Winston, suffer from a very unique problem in Overwatch. That is, your team do whatever the hell they like. So even if you are, let's say you're here, this is your barrier, right? You would prefer it if your DPS were behind the barrier. The problem is the DPS decide to go over here. Now, I noticed at the start of the video, you did actually say to Soldier, get back behind my barrier. That's a good thing to do. Get a tick. That's good. The thing is, not all of the time that's going to work. And sometimes those players can take that quite negatively and be like, how dare you talk to me like this? And then they leave the voice comms. So there is a very fine line with Reinhardt voice comms, especially, I would say, at certain points in the ladder. Another thing is adapting your position. So let's just play this while I keep moaning. Adapting your position to sort of complement what the team are doing. Like right now, this is bad. Like everybody's all over the place. Look at what's happened. Like everyone's all over the place. We've lost our May. Like we can't really contest this here because we don't really have the power to do this. It's pretty much going. I mean, just look. You can see it's about to get here to the checkpoint. What do we need to do? What are our thoughts here? We just need to pull back. Like, we've got Anna behind us. We don't want to go in and just die because we're just literally feeding. We could turn around and run away. Like, don't be afraid of charging away from a fight with Reinhardt to keep yourself alive. So let's just see what happens here. So they've got two guys on the payload. We get a kill with a fire strike, but you see, like, it doesn't matter. Nice counter charge. This May, this May is, I hate players like this. All they do in the voice comms is use it to moan, block these players and mute them. They are terrible. Do not listen to them. Right then, let's go. Now, we need to get the hell out of it. Let's just play it. We need to get the hell out of it. We can't win this fight. All we're going to do here is die and feed them ultimate charge. Turn around, charge away. We know Roadhog has just used his hook, so we can't be put... Get the hell out. Get the hell out. All we're doing is giving them ultimate charge. Like, we're not achieving anything here. We shouldn't... Okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt there. You were fire striking as he was put to sleep. Ah! No! No. What is this? What the hell is this? There are things going on here. We have no information. This is why... Like, honestly, right, Reinhardt is quite simple. Hold your barrier up and walk forward. But do that when your team's with you. Don't do it on your own. Never charge if you've got no idea what's going on. I have no idea what's going on here, and you're just going in. I don't know who's behind us. We are going to just charge them on the payload. I'm worried. Like, we can see they've got, I think that's Soldier? There's somebody over there anyway. I can see sort of fire. Anyway, whatever. This is bad because we don't know what's happening here. We are feeding. Oh, God, feeding. Ah! What?
God damn it.
It would never have worked anyway. All right, it was a hero charge. It killed the Brigitte. And then he got absolutely wrecked there. And then, why did we get the armor? We should have just got the armor. Anyway, whatever. Right? Oh. Never charge. Like, that is a typical Reinhardt problem players have. Like, you might be an 8-foot-tall German guy in massive power armor, but you cannot fight the entire team on their own. Resist the urge. Right, here, this is like, whatever. We've lost this, just die on the payload. I mean, I don't think dying on the payload was your plan here. I think you were legitimately running back to the fight.
Ryan one.
But we've lost this fight. They're using ultimate, so this is okay. But whatever, we just stay alive as long as we can, and then we die on the payload. Actually, pretty funny. Like, we can't really disengage here, so just keep swinging. Just think about getting your own ultimate charge. Oh, God. Zen, why? What is going on here in this game? People are just using ultimates. Do not use your ultimate there, Zen. That is ludicrously bad. We're going to need this for the next fight. One thing I've not spoke about... What has happened? Reaper's killed everybody. What?
Keep contesting.
What is going on? How right then, so that's the problem that you will see sometimes in OverAnalyzed, where I am comparing this to where I'm playing the game, and there is no way that should have happened. But it did, and it's cool, and it's whatever. Now we've got to think about consolidating our position. Like I was about to say before Reaper went huge, is we've not really spoke about when to fire strike, when not to fire strike, barrier maintenance, or barrier usage, I guess, and all of that just yet. So what I want to do is I want to wait for you to make a mistake, and then I'm going to... Torb's gone large. Right then. Oh, God. What a time to pause. We're dead. Rip. I was going to say there, that actually... let me show you. Right, okay, here. It's maybe not the best example. We might get better examples further on in the video. However, look at this. What I like with Reinhardt is minimizing charge distance. From where you are to here is a minimal charge distance. So I really like this for getting the enemy Reinhardt and charging him into the wall. Because the shorter the distance, the more chance you've got of you connecting with him with the charge. Now, obviously, a good Reinhardt will look to immediately countercharge you as soon as you do it. You have to think, what is the enemy Reinhardt doing at all times? It is your job to outplay that Reinhardt. You need to get into his mind. You need to, is he an aggressive Reinhardt? Is he a passive Reinhardt? Is he a crazy Reinhardt? All of this will help you out. You sort of profile the Reinhardt as you're playing against him. So these minimal charge distances, I really like. Problem is, you didn't get a chance to do anything and you just died to Dragon Strike. Which, you know, it's like there would have been nice. I mean, I think we killed him anyway. I think he died, but it doesn't really matter. Things with Reinhardt as well, which you don't see a lot of people doing, which is kind of like basic Reinhardt tech, is activating your shield and jumping as you're moving forward. Because you can get into a position while providing... You see, you're sort of doing it. It doesn't provide complete protection, but it provides a bit of protection while you're getting into position. Here, this here is something like... This is a positional problem. Like right here, we can't win this fight. We need to back off. We're getting, you know, we're taking damage. Our barrier is going to get destroyed. Like, unless we're going to do... Oh, Lord! Let's just watch it. It worked. It is highly aggressive. I think what's frightening me with this play is you just seem to be like... I feel like you're looking at your ult meter and you're like, okay, I'm 5% to go. I'm going in. Let's go, boys. And you go in and then you start swinging and you smash the hammer and there's not really any thought as to like follow up, or there's no call to the team.
Come back.
Because you are talking a lot to the team. You are saying, like, come back, giving them bits of information. But tell them you're going to be aggressive. Yeah, right. You've picked up on something which is good. Yeah, let's just play. So you have said he's got shatter. Watch out. That's true, but it's also your job, isn't it, to stop this shatter. So we need to try and bait this out of him. Or, like, a lot of Reinhardts are very simple creatures. They will run towards you, or they'll do like what you did, charge in all crazy when they've got their ultimate ready. That's actually a good disengage charge there. I do like that. But they'll charge in all crazy. See, it doesn't matter here now. Like, Anna She's like dead. No. It almost worked, but that is feeding, right? The reason why that is feeding, Anna is dead there, right? We can't go in and help her. Instead, what we've done is we've ran in there and died as well. We should have just turned around, disengaged, and then helped the next wave of respawns. See people dying here, like Reaper just died? Maybe we could have kept them alive if we didn't feed. Like, think your life is the most valuable thing in this game. Right, let's think about plan of action here. That's... We should be okay. Uh-oh. I hate that. I always hate that. Maybe you could have charged or something, but sometimes you will die as Reinhardt because healers are busy. So just don't worry about that. Like, try not to be too harsh on the healers.
Okay, let's...
Alright, so one thing we've not really looked at is uses of Fire Strike. A lot of Reinhardts waste Fire Strike. So what you need to think about Fire Strike is it's you against their Reinhardt. It's your primary ultimate charge device unless... Yeah, no! Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no. Oh, God. Anyway, let's just talk about Fire Strike. So Fire Strike is like your primary charger unless you're going to get into like massive loads of melee combat. And what you got to do with it is be clever. Use it when you know the enemy can't use a D.Va to defense matrix it, or you're not going to charge up a Zarya, to just get as much reliable ultimate charge. Don't look for kills with it necessarily. Look for ultimate charge. If you've got Earth Shatter before the enemy Reinhardt, then you've got all of the options. Anyway, what you just did there was borderline insanity. There is a minute left to go on the clock. Look at this. Right, they're coming in pretty strong. We charge into a Roadhog. We never do this because Roadhog will hook us, especially when it's with the entire team, and then we will die. Luckily, we did not die somehow, and we get to live another day, although now they've clearly got a good position. Yeah, and they're rushing in. As Zen is a bit late on the trance there. Charge back to the payload. We might be okay. I think our soldier's using tap bot. Oh, God. Smash her! Kill her! You should just go and kill her. Smash Brigitte's brains in. Brigitte Lindholm, I'm coming to smash you! That sounds so wrong. But maybe so right. Yeah! No, this is crazy. This is crazy. Stop crazy charges. Right. Think in your head. You're not a DP. You're not here to kill people. Right? If a chance arises, then kill them. You dying there was pointless because we had them dead anyway, right? If you just walked in with your shield up, maybe give them a cheeky slap with a hammer, you know, your DPS were coming in, Reaper was coming in, we would have got kills on them. We didn't have to go and die, right? So I've noticed when you bring up the score, I'm going to try and pause it, but that's huge. But everyone's dead. So this is unlucky.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's unlucky, Ryan. It's unlucky. Just die on payload. It's all we can hope for. Yeah. Unlucky. Unlucky. Contest. I always love the contest. Like, when everyone's dead, you just got that guy and the voice comes like, contest! Contest, we can do it! We can believe. Right. So you're not a DPS anyway. That's what I'm trying to say. What I would like to see is your number of deaths, because I guarantee you this can be reduced. Come on, press tab. Press tab, press tab, press tab. Right. 7 deaths. I bet you could probably get that down to 3 deaths, right? You've died 5 times where you shouldn't have died. Remember, dying is the worst thing you can do in Overwatch, so don't do it. Right, let's go forward to the start of the next round. Let's go.
Let's take the money.
Okay. He wants to take the money. I mean... Right, team comp. We didn't really speak too much about team comp last time, but it was okay. We had enough supports to be getting on with, so it's cool. Right then. Unlucky. So, you see what I mean about Fire Strike? Right, so you see what I mean about Fire Strike? Now, me as a Reinhardt player, I'm thinking to myself, okay, their Reinhardt now has the advantage on me, because he just hit everybody literally in the spawn with a Fire Strike. I have hit him with a Fire Strike, so I know he's got the advantage. Another thing here as well is use the payload. Don't stand in front of the payload, right? Reinhardts do this quite a lot, and it's completely pointless. The payload is the best tank in the game. If you stand behind the payload, with your shield deployed, the payload will block some of your shield, so therefore block some of the damage your shield might take. So it's a very simple thing. And he's hit us again with Fire Strike. No. We should not have done this. We should have charged. We should have Fire Struck this. Charging this is very aggressive, right? We might catch him here. We missed. We do have a bubble. He counter-charged us. And we have just been absolutely outplayed there. Totally outplayed. Moira's coming to save the day, though. So we should be going, Moira, you are a hero. And Zen as well. They saved us big. We should chase that Brigitte. Oh, this is a mess in here. I'd be worried now because they got a Reaper there. But he's dead, so it's okay. Uh-oh. Right, this is pretty much all you can hope for as a Reinhardt. Just run around the payload, swinging your hammer. Whatever, it's cool. Right, so now we need to think to ourselves, who has got the ultimate advantage here? What's going on? I reckon their Reinhardt is pretty close. I think he's beating us probably by about 10% or something like that, but it's really close. I'd be surprised if he came out and earth shattered us like in this fight. Well, at the start of this fight, but what I would expect is him to have it for the next engagement. So if he fire strikes through again, which he will, and then when he comes closer, then we've got a problem. Yeah, you're actually great. You're calling he's got shattered, but it doesn't matter if he's dead. Your Reaper's killed him, so that's actually really huge. Your Reaper played really well there, actually, to get that kill. It was a pretty good use of his ultimate. Like, you'll see a lot of people who are like, I've been solo ulted. That's so bad. It's like, well, actually, no, right? I'll tell you something. I will solo Earth Shatter a Mercy if you give me the chance. I'll smash your brains in. Don't you worry about that. This is getting a bit risque. Get the health. Why didn't we get the health? Why didn't we get the health? Why didn't we go to the goddamn health pack? It was right in front of us, and we just died. See, that was poor play. We could have just smashed her, got the health pack, then went back and killed her. Instead, we died. But it doesn't really matter at this point. Oh, no, this looks crazy. This looks like somebody's going for a big Earth Shatter play. A big fatty shatter. Just think about what's going on. In fact, let me just drink some tea. Let me just wet the whistle. Oh, yeah. Didn't put any sugar in it. No. Oh, no. Oh, that's wrong. Anyway, this here, right? Think about this, right? Think about the whole situation that's going on here. Like, all of Overwatch, I say this, like, literally every week, but Overwatch just comes down to playing logically and using your head. Unless you're just like, somebody who's got insane twitch accuracy or, you're just highly accurate. You can play a Widow or a Trace or whatever and just not think about it. Anyway, if you're a tank player, it's not the case. So, look at this, right? What's going on here? We're right next to our payload. Yes, we've got our Reaper here. We've got an enemy Hanzo there. We've got a Mercy there. They can't win. So what we shouldn't do here is Earth Shatter them. And hopefully you don't. And you haven't. So I'm proud of you. This is good. But what we should do now... What should we do? What's the plan now? All right, I'll give you a chance to answer. The plan is we go forward. We've killed 2 of their team. Possibly 3 of their team we've killed. We should just go forward now. You don't have to stay with the payload, right? Provided there's somebody sitting on it, like the Zen or something, it's cool. Actually, in a lot of cases, it can be better for you to push forward. So, Reaper behind, good call. He's dead, whatever. But we've got a massive advantage here. We should just go forward. Like, I would just push forward here. Because what I want to do, like, think about what you want to do here. Think about the plays you could make. The world is your oyster here, right? Now, this is kind of a risky tactic, but I'm just going to throw it out there. You've got Earth Shatter available. What we could look for is a very cheeky, like, backdoor shatter. There are a load of places we could hide here. So we would expect them to come through this door or to come through that door, yeah? They are the only places they will come through. I very rarely think they'll come through the top here. So what I'd be looking to do is I would position myself either here, like hide away there, or on top here. And all I'm waiting to do is as soon as their Reinhardt comes through, yeah, or a number of their team, I'm going to just drop down and then I'm just going to hit them with a massive Earth Shatter. It's going to wipe their entire team out and we kill them and we get the point. That's a play. That will absolutely win you this point. Playing it safe, though, is still cool because they're going to come through. See, so we didn't really have the time when I gave that explanation there to do it. We would have, though, if we pushed forward earlier on. But there was the Reaper issue behind, but I would have already been forward at that point. So, yeah, take that with a pinch of salt. Right, so what we're thinking about doing now is...
They have Earth Shatter.
That's a great call. They do have Earth Shatter. We've got to outplay him. because we know he's going to want to use this, right? There are a couple of windows of opportunity. When he fire strikes, you can immediately shatter. So, wow, I think you actually got him as he was mid-shatter. But I don't think that was planned. I think you just got... Nice fire strike into that. I think you just got impatient. Let's just watch this back again, because I think you just got impatient there. Right, so we're waiting here. Right. So in my head here, I'm waiting for him to use his fire strike. That would be an opportunity for me to earth shatter. What I don't want to do is drop my barrier, because I know he's going to want to earth shatter. The problem is my barrier's not going to last long here, because there's a Reaper doing tons of damage to me. The other thing as well is, you can drop your barrier and then bring it back up again to almost feint a fire strike, and this is where we start getting into crazy levels of play. Because if you know a Reinhardt is going to look for a fire strike shatter, then you can pretend you're going to do it. You can even melee, right? I've seen people do that, which is so cool. Anyway, watch this. So he's coming through like this. I think we've just... I don't know why we've done that. But I'm fairly sure that Reinhardt was using his Earth Shatter there as well.
Get Zarya.
Which would mean that it's now gone for the next fight. Alright, cool. So now we go into the final phase.
Right, Hanzo have.
Yeah, I don't know what Hanzo's doing. Okay. So remember what I said about the payload? We don't have to be on the payload or in front of the payload. We can be behind it.
I'm going backline.
And another thing as well with Fire Strike when it's coming in, obviously it will do damage to your barrier. So you can just drop your barrier like you did there, which is great, to not let it do damage to your barrier. Obviously, worst thing we can do is hit the Fire Strike, like walk into it. That's not great. So like right now, the plan is to just babysit the payload. What? What? Where's that? Where is that? What's going on? Where's that grab? Oh, that was a nice shatter, but where's the grab? See, that shatter was the enemy team being brain dead and just walking up to you, so whatever. I don't know what happened with that grab. I'm either seeing things or hearing things, but I swear to God I heard it. Anyway, so this pushing forward aggressively is okay, but we've got to remember that their whole team is going to come out like it has, and then we need to start pulling back. They've wasted their Dragon Strike, so we're cool with that. Right then, this is what we're... Are you charging there? Oh my God. If you get him in mid... he's just going to fall over. All right, just watch this. That is stupid. Stupid. He was charging into our back line. We could have counter-charged him as soon as he hit a hard surface and killed him, instead of charging him as he's charging to get the knockdown effect. But what I will say is a bit of a disclaimer with that advice. If a Reinhardt is charging directly at you and you cannot avoid it, you always immediately countercharge. If you don't, you will get wrecked. You have to countercharge. Like, it's the lesser of two evils. You either let him charge you into a wall and maybe you survive and kill him, or you headbutt him back and then you're both knocked down on the floor but you don't take damage.
Reaper payload.
Okay, pretty clean at the end there. Pretty clean. Alright, sweet. So that was a better round because we didn't die as much. Let's jump forward and jump forward again. I think I've gone too far. No, just right. Okay. I don't like what Reaper's doing, but okay. See what that Reaper's doing? It's like a crazy play. Like, I'm going to stand by the spawn, smack them, and then I'm going to Wraith walk away. So first thing you've done in this game, which I haven't seen you do all game, is go down and contest the payload it's moving through. Just to pause this and just to make some points here. So you will see a lot of tanks on Route 66 not dropping down and engaging the payload as it moves around the gas station. This is a major problem. Like, you have to go down and contest the payload. Here, You've gone down and contested the payload, and I'm kind of okay with this because you've told your team you're doing it, and you do have the support and the backup for it, and we've got picks, so this is totally fine. Yeah, we need to stay there, though. So I don't know why we're maybe conceding a little bit of space here that we kind of don't have to. Yeah, because like we can just think about barrier usage here. Like, don't go into a fight and start swinging your hammer when they're all there and piling damage into you. This is a bit risky now. Oh, wow. Yeah. So the problem there is we wanted to contest. We then kind of didn't contest. We then wanted to go and do damage when we should have been contesting. We then backed off a little bit too. It was indecisive play. We're still doing okay here. We get back to the fight because Soldier's got 2 picks there. One of them's been rezzed, but...
Pull back a bit. Pull back a bit.
I mean, I'm... That was good, right? But what?
Good either.
Like, it was good, but again, it was another one of these like YOLO bloody earth shatters where you just go and get like, yeah, I'm going to earth shatter. There's no plan. There's no like, right, I'm going to wait, I'm going to do this. It's just like I'm going to earth shatter, and it just happened to work out. It was a bit mental. But I don't think you're completely terrible at Reinhardt. I've got to say that. Like, you are communicating in your microphone, which is great. I think as well, you're not like an out-and-out crazy aggressive Reinhardt. You are a bit too aggressive, but I've always said this. It's better to be more aggressive and then try and rein it in than just be too passive. Because the worst Reinhardt players in this game, and in fact, I've got to show... everybody knows this, but it's so bloody annoying. The worst Reinhardt player is the Reinhardt that stands here like this with his barrier out and just doesn't move. All you have to do is walk forward with Reinhardt, and you become literally top 10% Reinhardt players, right? The next thing you need to do is not be too, like, I don't know, walk too far forward. That is be too aggressive and then start, like, charging in at every opportunity. Yeah, we don't want to do that, right? Not great. But I think you actually are in a good position here. Like, I don't think you're terrible. I don't think you're amazing, but I think there's definitely a Reinhardt player here. Definitely.
Victory, for sure.
Definitely. All right. Nice, Zen. You scumbag. Let's jump forward a little bit. Let's go. Let's go. Well, 2-second jump. Was it even worth it, ladies and gentlemen? Right then, so we don't have to get very far. We've got 4 minutes and 31. So, first thing I'm looking to do is... Remember, you can see him. You can see him. You can see him. You can see him. He's going to 5-strike the door. Or not. What? Who was that then? Yeah, I knew he was down there. So, can I just talk about barriers? Because we haven't really spoke about this. Zarya synergy. Now, again, this might be a much more sort of higher level thing, but the best Zarya players will tell you when they've got barrier. They will go, Ryan, I've got barrier available, barrier's free, barrier. So that means you can be crazy, right? When the barrier's up, you can just go in and just start smashing. So, I think you can do as a Reinhardt player is ask for the barrier. Like, can you barrier me? Is barrier up? Because what it will do, it will help that Zarya player because they'll start to realize, oh, I should be telling Reinhardt when my barrier is available. Like, she used the barrier on you there, which, yeah, it's fine. Another problem as well with barrier is sometimes you may see people... let's just hold that point for a minute. Let's see what's happening here. Charge him, charge him, charge him, charge him, charge him. These are like, these are beautiful moments for charge. Remember what I said about short distances? This is now a short distance. We hammer him into the wall. We absolutely hammer him here. I'd be looking for the charge. Yes. Yeah. See what I mean? You're making the right decisions. This is good, 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 good. He's crazy. Just fight him. Just go and smash his brains in. He's totally out of position. Kill him. Kill the Reinhardt. Yeah. Just smash his head in.
Ryan one.
Yes. 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 Okay. See, you are good. You are good. I forgot about the thought I was holding in my head.
Get the pig. Picked up.
It's probably a bad thought.
Kill me.
Para behind. Get Mercy.
Kill the Mercy. Right, I don't want you to stand on the payload. Right, what is this achieving? Like, who are you barrier? Who are you shielding yourself? It's pointless, right? Be behind the payload. You could maybe help the Moira out a bit. Help, somebody else out. Yeah, just think about like who you're protecting. We went easy because obviously we've got a massive advantage here. And it's cool. And there we go. Right. GG. Well done. Right, let's take a look at this. So, remember what happened in the first round, I think we had 7 deaths. Now we've only got 9 now, so that shows you our deaths have dramatically decreased, which is awesome, right? What I want you to do, though, this is your homework, is go away and not die as much, right? Don't be... I still want you to be aggressive like you are, but I don't want you to be overly aggressive. But what I want you to do is try and focus on reducing the amount of times you die. If you can do that, you will be a better Reinhardt player, because that will teach you other things. It will be like you'll get more accustomed to when you should be charging, when you shouldn't be charging. One thing I'll say about charging is you'll see a lot of advice that says just don't ever charge. What I want you to do is charge when you know the distance is super short, and look at ways of reducing the angle. So if I draw like a payload here, so this is the payload. It's at a bit of a slant, but this is a payload, right? And we're Reinhardt, and let's say we are, let's say we're sort of here, yeah? The enemy Reinhardt player is here, right? And he's moving forward to engage the payload, to contest it. What we need to be looking to do here is counter-charge across the payload. I really like that. Like, counter-charging across payloads is so powerful, because you'll notice a lot that Reinhardts will get close. They will come to that position, and you can hit them and get them and trap them and do, like... take them out of the fight effectively. It's so good. But not only that, always look for positions where there is short distances to charge. And Fire Strike, remember, you want to try and land more shots on Fire Strike than the enemy Reinhardt, and always be aware of what he is doing. 50% of Reinhardt gameplay is trying to outplay the enemy Reinhardt. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Stylosa, and this is Unit Lost. If you enjoyed the video, then like the video. Remember, if you really like this series, you can hit the sponsor button below and become a sponsor of the show. Now, I'm going to change the way this is done, because at the moment, you get like a priority access to OverAnalyzed, where sometimes I will pick the sponsored videos rather than just the general submission ones. That was because YouTube told me to do that, but we're probably going to look at some different ways of making the sponsor thing work a little bit better, but we'll get onto that in the future. All right, guys, I've been Stylosa. This is Unit Lost. You can follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming, and I'll catch you lovely lot on the next one. Toodaloo.